spirit whisperers out there. Today's show is gonna be a little bit different. Or session. I'm not gonna call it a show. It's just rude. Session. I had a treatment done yesterday. And so today is my first full day of recovery. Still a little sore, but I'm here, and that's all that matters, right? Alright, so before we go any further, I do have to take these because it's already after 4 o'clock, and I got up at 3:30 this morning, so try not to show my meds on screen. It's just because I don't want people thinking I'm a pill pusher, whatever. So, you know, some people are sensitive that way. You know, we can show boobies, but we can't show medications. Okay. I don't even know what today is. What is today? Wednesday? You lose a day. Yes, today is Wednesday, January 28th, and it is 4:05. It just turned. Excuse me, I wasn't done with you. Okay, and as you can see in the reflection, I have the fireplace going. I do not have my protection though. I have to grab that. I know some of you might be thinking, why don't you wear it all the time? Because I don't leave myself opened. When I leave our sessions and I say, when this conversation is done, you have to leave, that's exactly what I mean. It's not a gimmick. It's not just a phrase I say. I close myself down. So when we're up here, I'm open to our spirits, and that's why I wear my protection. So when I'm done with our session and I say I'm done and I say my goodbyes, that's just it. I say my goodbyes and I don't allow anything in or near me. And I think that's where a lot of people that don't know exactly how to investigate, maybe they're just learning how, or they're starting out. And I'm not claiming to be an expert either. However, my abilities kind of make me a little bit of one. Just like any other psychic empath out there or medium, our abilities make us somewhat of an expert. Just like me living with the disease I live with, it makes me an expert on the disease because I live with it. Alright, I got that. What do I feel like? Oh. And these are just allergy meds, if anybody wants to know. Again, let's not show medication on the screen. It might upset somebody. Which I'm out of. I need to get more. Alright. And then my vitamins. Grab my protection. So I am going to have to move you guys back because I got you sitting in front of me on the tripod this morning on the floor instead of the bed. This video is going to be a little longer than our others because I'm moving a little bit slower, still recovering. These are just vitamins before anybody has a stroke. All right. stay. There's the puppy. Oh shit. Yeah, puppy. Apparently you were not in there all the way. Almost dropped y'all. I told you. My videos are not my videos unless the first 5 minutes of them is some sort of fudgery. Alright. Okay, hi. Good morning. How are you? Okay. Should be okay. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? You should see Bubby. I'm not going to attempt to move you guys again because I might knock you off again. But you should see him. He's looking at me like, Mom, what are you doing? I always wonder what my dog's thinking. There are some days that I wish I knew. And then I'm like, maybe not. Okay. He just got very insulted. He's like, I thought you already knew what I was thinking. I know, Bobby. I know. Okay. Turn you just a smidge. I want to make sure that, okay, that we're good. Now, like I said, today's going to be a little different. What I mean by that is I'm just going to be operating a little bit slower today. So, as you can already tell, we're in this almost 8 minutes and I've done nothing but moved around. Okay. Ow. I'm alright, puppy. I'm alright. Okay. I'm just trying to get comfortable and it's not easy. You're fine, puppy. You're fine. Alright, come here. My mom. Alright, stay. Stop. Give me your blanket. Oh, okay, lay down. Good boy. Good boy. You stay right there. Do not lay on Mama. Okay, I have my protection on. And I've already turned down the volume on the phone, so it's not too loud. What am I looking for? Oh, okay, there it is. So it is loading up. Alright, it's done loading. And again, before I turn it on, I will always let the spirits know. And I hope you guys can hear me because you are, I feel like you're too far. Let me bring you in closer. I just feel like you're too far over there. Okay. So this is my boundary. This is my protection. A horn or something going on back there. Okay. So before we begin, good morning, spirits. And I'm going to leave the floor open today. I'm not really focusing my energy on one specific individual or spirit. So I'm going to leave the floor open to only love, light, pure love, pure light, good intentions, true intentions. All you dark or evil or any other source that is not love, you can stay back. You are not invited here. You are not wanted here. You are not needed here. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And you see the ball is moving up and down, so it is an indicator that it is officially turned on. Good morning, spirits. Is there anybody with us this morning that would like to come forward and have a visit with us? I have my Elvis coffee cup. It's got my name on it because I'm special. I'm going to turn down the fireplace just a smidge. Also, two spirits, do not be afraid. It is not real. It is just a tool I use to relax. Very quiet this morning. It could be too because I said I wasn't focusing my energy on one individual. Bobby, you gotta scoot over. Come on, you gotta scoot over. Come here. Thank you. Is there anybody, any spirits want to come forward and speak with us this morning?
Contact.
Yes. Yes. Contact. Yes. Would you like to come forward and have a conversation and share a little bit of your story and your life and who you are with us? Shanann, if you are listening, you are always very welcome to join. I kind of maybe want to change my mind on that. I kind of maybe want to focus on Shanann. Because there is so much about that I want to talk about. I saw a video yesterday from one of our amazing commentary creators, content creators, and they were discussing how, now for you that maybe don't know what a commentary or reaction channel is, they are creators that will watch videos of anything that they're into, whether it's spiritual, spirit world, whether it's Bernadette. We got Bernadette once before. Hello, Bernadette. Nice to meet you. And so they give their views and their opinions and their thoughts on true crime videos. And right now, the most popular one out there, and it's sad that it's popular, it's sad that it's even out there, it's sad that it even exists, is the Watts case. And the reason why it's so popular, even after we're going on 8 years, is because there's so much more to it. And so he was watching one yesterday, and it was about the case reopening, which I've always said it's going to. It is going to. I don't know exactly when, but I feel like it's going to be sometime this year. Okay, we're still very early into 2026, so we have, 11 more months left? So I feel like it's going to happen this year. It's going to reopen, but it's not going to reopen being pointed at CW, because he's already been judged. He's where he needs to belong. But it is going to reopen because there's somebody else involved, and this person needs to be. You've helped me. Oh, I guess yours up just a smidge. You've helped me. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad I was able to help you. Is this Bernadette I'm talking to? Oh,
I want you out.
rude. No, I want you out. I've asked for family, friends, and anyone that knows me, you need to step back. Now. I've got you've helped me, and then I want you out, which is very rude, by the way. I am not rude to you when I come up here. I'm respectful, and I expect the same in return. I can start being rude if you like. Trust me, you don't want that. There is a person that needs to be spoken to, needs to be dealt with, because there's more involvement. This person was so involved, more involved than she led the detectives to believe. So yeah, I want to talk about carpet. Yes, there's carpet. What about the carpet? What about carpet? Um, it's I've talked a little bit about her. We all know who she is. We all know who she is. NK. I've talked I've talked a little bit about her and my feelings on her, but there's so much more that I would love to talk about. I've got to get situated. I cannot get situated this morning. What is going on here? Ouch. And there's so much more that needs to be and see, that's the thing. There is no statute of limitations on unaliving somebody. It could be 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. If you're still alive and you're still capable of being brought in and questioned, that's exactly what they're going to do. There's no statute of limitations on unaliving somebody. And I feel like maybe she thought there was. Maybe she thought that, CW would protect her. And I got to give it to him. He did in the beginning. He did. He protected her, and he didn't throw her under the bus like she threw him. And that was another thing too. That was, I think, might have been in that video or another video I watched about NK. How
I screamed.
I screamed. I'm sorry. Am I still speaking with Bernadette? I screamed. Carpet. I went you out, which was very rude. You've helped me. So they're being very polite and nice and kind to me, and I think that might have been Bernadette. Bernadette is an older name. Bernadette, yeah, that's a name you do not hear often. You don't ever hear, I don't think. There are so many beautiful older names that you just don't hear anymore. I screamed. Do you want to share what happened? Why did you scream? Who am I speaking with, please? But yeah, the case is going to be reopened. There was something else that I wanted to confirm too that I talked about prior to, and I can't remember what it was. Day. You screamed day. Are you trying to say that it was the daytime when you screamed? Did something happen to you that made you scream? Who am I speaking to? Please give me a name. Day. Um, but yeah, there was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was. I'm feeling a little blocked. A little, not too much, but it's there. Like I'm being blocked for some reason. You know how I told you before how I get that like feeling on my head that I'm walking and something's pushing against it. It's only on the sides right now. It's not directly in the center like it was at 1 in the morning, but it's like a door's opening and they're letting me in. That's how I refer to it, because the sides I have that resistance, but here it's opened. But yeah, I wish I could remember what I was going to say about NK. I totally went blank. And this spirit talker is very quiet this morning. Unusually quiet. Not getting a lot in this morning. And that's fine. There are going to be days where we may not get anything. I would love for Shanann to come forward with her beautiful babies. Wrenched.
Wretched.
Oh, wretched. Whale. Wretched. I know that doesn't mean anything nice. And I know that it's a terminology for something. I just didn't know what. So I'm going to be looking that up. But wretched. Wretched. Are you saying that NK is wretched? Hey, even the spirit world knows when you're a good person or a bad person. Wretched. I had so much to say about that whole, and I'm drawing a blank right now. It'll come back to me. I had my treatment done yesterday. I only had one. I thought I was having both done, but I only had the one done. I had shared with you guys how I live with an incurable disease called CRPS. Those are the initials, but the name is complex regional pain syndrome. And I've been living with it now for about 13 years. And it progresses over, it's always progressing. There's always something.
I'm beside you.
I'm beside you. Well, hello. Are you going to be nice? You're only allowed to sit beside me if you're going to be nice. Could you tell me who it is that I'm speaking with? I hear a car, but I don't know what it is. You be quiet about it. They're leaving, whoever it was, but it sounded like somebody got in a vehicle. Maybe they were picking them up.
Cocaine.
No. Why would you say that? I don't know if you... No. What is that? My spirit talker just spit out the word cocaine. Now, way back, and I'm talking way back, cocaine was used like a medication. It was for pain, like morphine. So, I mean, it wasn't always labeled as an evil drug. It actually, back in the day, doctors would use that when they were doing, so, but why? I'm beside you, cocaine. If you're offering me some, no thank you. And what do you mean? Were you given some? Were you, oh gosh, I hope this isn't a young person. I really wish I had a name. Spirits are being very stubborn this morning and very rude. There's no need for rudeness. Let's be nice. Cocaine. I have no idea. I've never gotten that out of my spirit talker. Oh my goodness. Did you want to elaborate on what you just said? Would you please tell me what you mean by that? Oh my gosh. I'm only 6.
I'm only 6.
Okay. Are you the one that is, are you the one that's beside me? I don't remember if Bernadette was a young person or if she was more of an older spirit. I can't remember if she was, who am I, okay, who said I'm only 6? What's your name? I promise I'm not here to do any type of harm on no one. I'm only here to have a conversation, and
It watches from the dark.
It watches from the dark. Why do I feel like that's the 6-year-old saying that? Okay. It's okay. It can watch from the dark as long as it stays there. You need to protect yourself. Who was it that said I'm only 6? May I have your name, please? I promise I'm not here to do any type of harm. I just want to have a visit. Just want to have a talk. Ice.
Ice.
Ice. Well, yeah, it's winter outside. There's snow and ice on the ground. Very peculiar conversation right now. I have never had some of the stuff that's come out. It's like I feel like we're having a conversation with the spirit from an old spirit, and then I feel like we're a young spirit. So when I say old and young, I don't necessarily mean age-wise. Right now, when I'm speaking of old spirit, it's like somebody from the 1800s, the 1700s, even maybe the 16, maybe early 19, and then that would be an older spirit. Younger spirit would be somebody from the 19 and forward. So I feel like there's maybe 2 types of conversation going on here at the moment. I don't know, but I do know that I wanted to, I wasn't going to focus. I'm not focusing my energy on one individual and one spirit, necessarily on one spirit. I just, after watching what I watched yesterday, I was like, I said the same. Mistake. Okay. What do you mean by mistake? And who am I speaking with, please? They're not giving me their name. Unless this is Bernadette, but I don't. Or, yeah. Bernadette. I don't think it is. I don't think this is Bernadette. I think she came through. She said what she had to say and she left. I think Bernadette came through to tell me that I helped her, that I have helped her, because it said you helped me. And then another one came through telling me they want me out. No. So I mean, it's been, and I would just got mistake. It's been a little weird, yes? Oh, my allergies. Okay, but what I was saying about the Watts case, I've been saying that it's going to reopen in 2026. It's going to open. And when they reopen this case, it's not going to be directed to Chris. It's going to be directed to NK. Okay, Nicole Kessinger. Yeah, you. There is no statute of limitations on unaliving somebody. Okay? I have, from the very beginning, have thought that she's been involved. I have never believed anything she has said. I feel like she was maybe in drama class when she was in school because
Conjure.
no, 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 absolutely not. I don't believe that. I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. Um, she.
I'm alone here.
I'm alone here. I'm sorry to hear that. Where is here? And who are you? What's your name? I'm alone here. That's sad. That's always been my thing too. It's like when we do crossover, are we with our loved ones? Or, is it like I hope I hope that we're with our loved ones. I hope that it's not, nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants, I hope we're able to faithfulness. Yes. Absolutely. 24/7. I live by my faith. I believe in my faith. I believe in my God. I love God. Many of you may not even know, but I am an ordained minister. I just married a couple last year. It was Eric's brother and Mary.
Right.
Right. Yep. So yes, I am a religious person. I grew up in the church every Sunday without fail. I love going to church. I feel so much better. I feel it's just an amazing feeling when you're in there and you have that close connection with God and Jesus and everybody that you love that passed over. It's just an amazing feeling. And there are people out there that think that this is a sin. I'm not out here pretending. I'm not what I'm doing is not a sin. It's a gift. Okay? I didn't conjure this up. I didn't put ingredients in a bowl, whisk it up and drink it. This is what I was born with. And there are many, many of us out there. There are thousands, there are millions of others out there that have the same thing. And they get looked upon as being a witch or this, that, or the other. And it's none of those things. My great-great-grandmother was a witch. There are many of the females in my family that have some sort of gift. Ill, yes. Were you ill when you passed? Is that how you passed? I am ill if you're asking me. But if you were ill, I'm so sorry. Is that how you passed away? Oh, now I remember what it was I wanted to say. The other comment I had about the Watts case. This is going toward CW. There are a lot of people that do not believe anything he says, and you have many, many reasons why not to. However, he has come forward with things about what happened that night. There are other cellmates or prison mates that have come forward with information since because there's this one, I don't remember what his name was, but I guess he was in the cell next to him when Chris first, because Chris was he was sent to one but then was transferred because there was too many threats going on and this, that, and the other, and so they moved him for safety reasons. But before he got, I don't know if it was before he got moved or after, but there was a gentleman in the cell next to him and they would talk often. And you have to understand, not that I know firsthand, but
Likely.
just likely, just common sense will tell you a person is convicted, they're sentenced for life. If they go in and they make friends or acquaintance with another prisoner who maybe is getting out, you know, that isn't in for life, first and foremost, they're going to feel comfortable opening up and telling the truth to another inmate before they're going to feel comfortable telling it to a detective or a police officer or the FBI or some sort of agent. They're not going to feel, you know, they're not going to be so forthcoming with information to them as they would to the other because they feel safe. Okay, they feel like, okay, I'm going to tell this person this, but I'll be safe. It's not gonna affect me. It's not gonna hurt me in any way. Just like when Christopher asked for his dad to be brought into the room there when they were doing his interrogation or his interview, he felt safe. He trusted his dad, and that is why he wasn't completely honest. Okay, he was not completely honest. Um, he was not completely honest about what he told his dad. However, he confessed.
Haunted.
Haunted. Okay, so it says likely haunted. What is likely haunted? I'm putting the two words that we got together.
You are imaginative.
I am imaginative. Okay. Thank you. Um so he trusted his dad. He felt more comfortable speaking to his dad. And that is why he was so forthcoming with his dad. I also too don't think, well, I don't, there's so much that I want to talk about, but I don't want to do it all today. But there's so much to this Watts case.
19.
19. Is that your age? Is that how old you are? I still don't know who I'm speaking to. I still don't know who's coming through. We've only gotten one name. Bernadette, are you still here? We got, I'm 6, then we just got 19. I don't know if that's a name. Don't know if that's a year, or not a name. I don't know if that's an age, a year. What do you mean by 19? 19 what? The fire's just so relaxing.
Black eyes.
Black eyes. Oh my. Okay. I'm asking you to give me your name, please. You can trust me. I'm not here to do any harm to anyone. You can trust me. I just want to have a conversation. But I'd like to know who I'm speaking to so I can address you appropriately. Could you please tell me your name? It's a lot of mixed things going on here this morning. We've got on one hand really pleasant and positive thinking, and then we have another conversation going on that I feel like they're trying to come forward, but maybe they don't have enough energy to do so. Oh, no.
Shit.
Now it's cussing. Okay, if you cannot be nice, you can leave. You do not have to be here. I will not tolerate rudeness in the living, and I certainly don't tolerate it in the spiritual world either. So I'm asking you to be nice, or I'm going to ask you to please step back and let somebody step forward. Up here. Let somebody step forward who wants to be nice and not cuss. There's no need for cussing.
Jones.
Jones. Okay, so Jones to me sounds like a surname, like a last name. Um, well, hello, Jones. Nice to meet you. Is this your last name? Is this your surname? Is this the name that people call you? Is this the name that you went by? Jones. Now, Jones could be a man. I feel a man's energy when I say Jones. I don't feel like it's a female energy. I feel like Jones is an older spirit. And what I mean by that is in age. I feel like this was an older gentleman who
Flashing.
flashing. Are you talking about the screen, the fire and the screen? Flashing. I can't think of anything flashing. Oh, that was my belly. If you heard that, I'm sorry. But I feel like Jones was an older gentleman, in age and in spirit. Not too old. Maybe not too old of a spirit. Maybe mid 1800s to late 1800s. Well, when he passed. Okay, so that's the era I'm putting him in when he passed. I feel like he was an older gentleman. I feel like he was set in his ways, and I feel like he was probably the one that was cussing at me. He's ornery. I feel like he's an ornery old little soul. I don't think he was I think he was a petite man. I don't think he was very tall or very built wise, but he was a hard worker, a very hard worker. But I also feel like he was a small man, a petite man, in stature. So, but I definitely feel a male energy when I think of Jones. And I believe that is a surname, that's not his first name. And some spirits will do that. Some spirits will not give you their name because they don't go back there.
Go back there.
Go back there. Go back where? I feel like some spirits don't give you their first name because they don't trust you enough yet with that. Like the names I've gotten through, some of them I've never heard before, but I do have a few spirits that revisit me occasionally, like Bernadette. She's been here. I think this is maybe her third time. Go back there. Go back where? Are you talking about going back to where you were when you entered the spiritual world? And a lot of spirits are like, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. I want to go back there. I want to go. And that's my thing too. I've often wondered. And maybe it is in some cases, and maybe it isn't. I gotta give a shout out to Adam Mark Explorers. He is amazing at what he does. I've been watching him now for quite a few years, but he has been doing this for many years. And the way he got involved with the spiritual world aspect of it is because he used to go out and do explores in like abandoned homes and like abandoned ships, and boats and stuff like that. That's what he did, and he did a lot of. That's how I found him because I like watching stuff like that, and he came across so many beautiful homes. And the reason he got into the other aspect of it, the spiritual part of it, is because he had things happening when he would go out and explore these homes. It wasn't like he went out looking for it. And so he then.
You are appreciated.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that. You are also. and I'm sure your loved ones that may still be here miss you.
Scary.
Scary. My belly's grumbling. I don't know. Don't know why my belly's grumbling. What is scary? What do you mean by scary? You don't have to be scared. But to get back to Adam, he is from I think he's from Wales, UK. And he is just he's amazing at what he does. And then we have little Sean, like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Adam.
Please move forward.
Please. I'm sorry, I'm not able to do that. I have an owie. I have a boo-boo. I'm rusting, and I'm not able to move forward. But his cute little girlfriend, like Adam, he's like, I think he's like 6 foot 4 inches. He's a tall guy, and she's like so little petite, but she's gone on a few adventures with him as well. So shout out to Miss Shawn. And her reactions. I don't know if this is something that she's done before, but she's gone with him a few times, and I think just by her reactions tells me that she's new to the investigating part of Nan. Now, Nan could be short for Nana, Nanny, Nana, Nan. It could be someone's first name. You never know. But I've never heard of that before. But Nan would be like short for Nana, Nanny. Is this someone's Nana? Are you someone's Nan? And a lot, exactly what it, is. My grandkids, I have 10 grandchildren, and 6 of them call me grandma, and then I have 4 that call me Mimi. Oh, stomach, shush. So I mean, this could be someone's Nan that's coming through. Well, nice to meet you. I really hope you cannot hear my stomach right now. Oh my goodness. But anyway. Hush, quiet. I don't know why my stomach is growling. I'm not hungry, so I don't know. North. Are you from the north? Our spirits are not giving me a whole lot to go with this morning. I've gotten 2 names, I'm sorry. We got Bernadette, Bernadette, and then we got Jones, and then we got Nan. And again, that could be someone's grandmother coming through. North. Are you somewhere from the north? Or of the country, or are you north of where you used to live? What do you mean by north? They're being very vague. It makes it harder to read when they're vague. Because like I said, I'm not getting full access this morning for some reason. I'm feeling a little blockage.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued. Well, so am I. That's why we're here. What's so intriguing to you? the fact that I can do what I can do. I don't know, maybe we're still talking to Mr. Jones.
Gary.
No. No. I'm going to ask my family to step back and respect my boundaries, please. We're not making this personal. No. Please. Gary is my cousin who passed away back in, when was it? I think it was in November. His son walked in his room to wake him up and found him. My cousin Gary passed away in his sleep from a heart attack.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, so are you telling me that that's not what happened? Again, I've asked them to step back, but no, I didn't. And that was very matter of fact, very like, no, listen to me kind of thing. I don't want to do this. No, I didn't. All right. I don't want this is something that is, to me, if my loved ones come through, which I've had quite a few of my living and ones that have passed, come through. But I always shut it down before I let it go any further. I don't allow that.
We don't like investigators.
Well, that's okay because I'm not an investigator. Okay? I'm not an investigator. I'm a person who has a gift and who taps into that gift every once in a while to just have a conversation and visit.
My death was horrible.
My gosh, it's dark today. My death was horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so very sorry to hear that. And who is this we? We don't like investigators. See, that's got to be from Jones. I feel Jones is a grumpy old man, set in his ways. And I feel like he was the one that popped through and said that. We don't like investigators. Oh, you have a mouse in your pocket, Jones? Who's this we? I want the names of the ones who don't. I don't see, again, I'm not an investigator. I am a person that has a gift. And I don't see that there's anything wrong with investigating if you do it the right way. Okay? I will say there are some investigators out there that go beyond. And then there are some that lie about what they find or what they hear. We'll get into that one day too. That'll be a lovely conversation that we will have. And then my death was horrible. I'm so sorry that your death was horrible. I am so sorry. Annie.
Annie.
Well, hello, Annie. Nice to meet you. Annie, are you the one that said your death was horrible? Your death was horrible. You don't like investigators. No, I didn't. When I was explaining to you about my cousin, and then it said, no, I didn't, came through when I was explaining how I was told what happened. I wasn't there. I didn't witness it. I was told about it. I don't know. So maybe he wasn't. Maybe it wasn't in his sleep. But I don't want to. That's a whole other. That is a page I'm not ready to turn. Okay. I do not want to make it personal. That is not why I do what I'm doing. So anytime I get a loved one's name through, and I've had Jasper is my grandson. You've helped me. Okay, we got that twice.
You've helped me.
Thank you. You're welcome. I hope I have. That is why I do what I do. I'm not here to be rude. I'm not here to be disrespectful. But if you are rude or disrespectful with me, I will be stern back. I'm not here to harm anyone. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm just here to talk. I'm just here to have a conversation and maybe help you feel better. Maybe help you understand. Maybe just help you because you've been wanting to be heard for so long and you haven't had the opportunity. That is all I'm here for. I'm starting to get a headache. That's all I'm here for, okay? So please be respectful. If you feel that you cannot be respectful, then you need to stand back and let somebody who can be step forward. We got I am intrigued. That could be a spirit. Intrigued because I can tap in, because I can do what I do. So, but Nan, I feel like Nan is someone's grandmother, and that's what they go by, Nan. So maybe they were coming through. Then we got North and intrigued. So maybe that was Nan failed.
Failed.
Failed. What do you mean by failed? Am I still speaking with Annie? Failed. I would very much love if Shanann would come through. I feel like she has come through a couple times. She doesn't, I feel like she tells me what I need to know when I'm talking about certain aspects of what happened.
I'm making it cold.
My arms do feel a little chilly. But I feel like Shanann has come through a couple times. I just I'm making it cold. Failed. What do you mean by failed? What do you mean? What did you do? You feel like you failed at something? That's the thing too. It's like growing up, I heard so many different scenarios about when we pass. What and obviously we don't know unless you've had a near-death experience, or when it's our time. It's the only time we ever really know. A lot of people don't believe in near-death experiences or out-of-body experiences. I do. One of my brothers actually had an out-of-body experience, and he thought it was a dream, and he told my ex-husband about
My
it.
life was good.
My life was good. Well, that makes me happy. That makes me so happy to hear. Yes, my life was good. That makes me so happy to hear. I'm so happy that you had a good life. I bet you were loved by a lot of people too, weren't you? You had a lot of loved ones. And you probably lived a long life. Did you live a long life? I will say that it's been not as chatty as it has been. Like we've gotten a lot. We've had the spirit talker be quite the chatty Cathy, but we did get a few things through this morning. A few names, not too many. But we are at our 1 hour mark, so we are going to end this conversation. Spirits, thank you for coming through this morning. Thank you for you that came through and talked with us. I appreciate you. But we're going to end this conversation now.
Excellent.
Excellent. And we are going to end this conversation now. So when I shut this spirit talker off, when I end it, that means that you are to go. You are not to stay. You are not to linger. I appreciate you coming forward. I appreciate you talking with me. But it is time to end our conversation. I promise we will have many more. But in the meantime, I need you to go. Go back to your families. Go back to your happy place. You are not to stay. You are not to linger. Dread.
Dread.
I will be back. We will have more conversations, I promise. Okay? But in the meantime, we need to end this one. And when I end this conversation, you are not to stay. You are not to linger. You are to go. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you speaking with me. All right, spirits, I wish you love, light, happy, peace. And we're going to end it now. Okay? Alrighty. Alright, guys. So, like I told spirits, we are ending this conversation this morning. I'm glad that you stopped by. You know, some mornings are going to be a lot more chattery than others, but we do get a few names through. And yeah, so I thank you all for stopping by, hanging out with me. Like you see, I am recovering. Like I said, I just had some treatments done yesterday, and so now it's time for me to rest and let my body do what it needs to do. So I love you all. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel, for hanging out. For you that have subscribed, thank you so much for that. It does help, and I'm just getting this channel started. I also do have another channel. If you're wondering about what I'm talking about, treatments and this and the other, I do have another channel called Tammy's Journey, My Truth, and that channel is dedicated to my disability, to my incurable disease that I've been living with now for about 13 years. So if you want to go over there and check that out, I do believe the link is in the description of this channel. I love you all and wish you love, light, peace, joy, and happiness. And until next time, ciao for now. Bye.